So, 100 subscribers. Finally reached that mark. It only took a year and a reboot to get there, but I got there. And I feel as if you deserve to know me a little bit better, which is where this Q&A comes in. I couldn't get a lot of questions. I guess people don't care enough to know about me yet. But I included every question I got so no one could feel left out. If I do this again, hopefully I'll get more. Alright, let's see what you asked me. Alexander asks, what is your favorite WWE Superstar? My favorite male wrestler is probably either Zack Ryder or Dolph Ziggler. My favorite female wrestler is so obviously Paige. Spy Scriber asks, how did you come up with the name Nihilistic Snake? I came up with it in the midst of my Metal Gear binge, really. The nihilistic part refers to my nihilistic beliefs. Clowndude asks, best, worst Tomb Raider game? The best Tomb Raider game will most likely, for me, be Rise of the Tomb Raider. The worst game would probably be Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness. My god, that game is total shit. What caused my dislike of MRAs? My hatred of MRAs, get ready, I'm going to spend some time on this one, stems from how flaky and hypocritical they are. And I'm not talking about those meninists who say shit like, oh, adult moms need to take a DNA test to see if it's theirs. I'm talking about the ones who ridicule misogyny while acting like misandry is like the worst thing ever. They'll at some point say that they're the apex of the world, and then turn around and say feminism has turned white males into second-class citizens. So which is it there, dumbasses? Is it you're on top of the world, or you're an oppressed party? Which one is it, you flaky flip-flopping pricks? Anyway, his last question is, define timeless. List a movie, or TV show, and a game. Alright, for a timeless medium, fine. I'd go with The Simpsons movie as a timeless movie, Friends as a timeless TV show, and the first Metal Gear Solid game as a timeless game. Mr. Dan Rojas asks, and forgive me if I pronounced that wrong, any tips of being a YouTuber? My tips of being a YouTuber are know what you want to do and how to do it, be ready to face adversity, and don't fold under pressure. Once you get those down, you're going to be fine. Anonymous asks, any commentators I would like to see in SAC? Esme Amelia and Commentarian come to mind. Kaizo Nude asks, may he rest in peace, why are you so cheesy? That's nacho business. Get it? Nachos? No. Cheese. Okay. Anonymous asks, how are things between me and Redden? Okay, well, Redden and I haven't really locked heads lately, so I guess you could say time has sweetened things a little bit. What are my thoughts on autism? My thoughts on autism? People I know have it. That's all I'll say. Would you be interested in doing a Mr. Enter commentary despite him being a dead horse? Not right now. No, I won't cover Mr. Enter. I just don't feel like it. My decision might change, though. That's on MacBoy Redux for his final question. He's a pretty good commentator, just wish he would talk a bit faster. Anonymous asks, what are your thoughts on the phrases straight white male and women and minorities? Those phrases don't inherently have any problems with them. I just think people overreact whenever they're spoken. And I don't think many would disagree with it. Would agree with me there. Anonymous asks, I get a lot of anonymous questions on Ask FM. Sorry. Thoughts on ARC, the Clarinet Master? None. I only know of him from his first commentary, which sucked. Other than that, I have no thoughts on him whatsoever. Joseph William asks, if you could go back in time and meet any dead musician, who would it be? Probably Mindy McCready. She had such a short life, and it's too bad no one ever really could get to the bottom of why she ended it. She really could have gone somewhere in the third wave country scene. Discount Let's Player asks, how do you join SAC? Isn't it obvious? Just sign the official SAC contract. My Lego channel asks, do you like My Life as a Teenage Robot? Yeah, it was a pretty good show. It's kind of like a spiritual successor to the Powerpuff Girls. Jason asks, so do you think Mav Let's Talk will be the best reboot or will be hated like most reboots? The best reboot ever is Nihilistic Snake. Get it straight, nigga. Buzzer B asks, if you retired from commentaries, what do you see yourself doing? Well, I would make more top 10s, let's plays, comedy videos, possibly rants. I got my shit together, but I ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Oh, hey, YouTube dude. Fancy seeing you here. Anyway, you asked me, actual thoughts on BAP. My actual thoughts on BAP are that they are a successful group that deserves the following and position it has to this current day. If I had to rebrand myself again, what kind of username would I conceive? I don't know, probably something video game related. Favorite TV show? I would have to say Family Guy, even in its current state. Anonymous asks, what do I think of Grady Under A? I've never really gotten into his content, though I heard he's a tad bit hypocritical. Anonymous asks, who are my favorite video game villains and why? Some of my favorites would be Father Matthias from the Tomb Raider reboot, the first one, because of how calculating and cruel he can actually be. The best part about him is how logical he is beyond his psychopathy. Another favorite would be Raul Menendez from Black Ops 2. Such a great one he is. Right from the start, you can tell he's a villain you both sympathize with and want to savagely murder at the same time. Most villains either make you feel one or the other, but Menendez is the perfect meshing of both. And finally, Liquid Ocelot. Why? Because he was just about the perfect one to carry on the likeness of Liquid Snake. The way he got under Solid's skin was great, not to mention the badass motherfuckery of his quote, "The system is mine." Anonymous asks, final question, do you speak any languages other than English? Yes, Spanish and Afrikaans. I won't do it now because, well, I don't feel like it right now, but maybe I will at some point. Okay, that just about covers it. Thanks for asking all your questions, and thanks for helping me reach 100 subscribers. I'll sure as hell be there for 200. Alright, this is the Nihilistic Snake, slithering out of here.